should strive and survive from. It is a fact. Humpy things going on there. More to come. It is a fact that speech is taken away from the people, regardless of the arrangement. It is a fact that everything that is beautiful that belongs to you, you are being disenfranchised from this current government, and your MP is incapable of advocating for you. Yes, it is a fact. Anyone who come and try to refute anything I just said is giving you a dummy story. I want to tell you one more fact, because it's not only going to watching. It is a fact. Any member of parliament, any person who failed in 2025, you can play the race card. One of the kids in the land who will be your next prime minister. Who is dunce? And me. Try them. What is it? I don't know. What we are, and anybody who is afraid of me, I am here to advocate to you. Your free speech is yours. Say anything you want, compete. As of some court can defend you. Word is low. When Comrade Doreen Campbell spoke, she expressed gratitude to Comrade Isaac for this forum. And I'm going to do the same. The first time I spoke to our next speaker, I was co-hosting with Anthony Abrams on the Breakfast Club. He had been accused of meddling in the politics of Jamaica.
Throughout Central and South America, to include the Maroons of present-day Suriname, French Guyana, persons in Caribbean, Mexico, Colombia. All of these come as a result struggles. Fact of the matter is, some of them were, the islands were small. It was difficult for them to succeed. But then they stood up and they fought for what they believe. As Portlander, we believe that to bring this gathering.
President, the People's National Party, Gorgan, my friend and brother, comrade.
First of all, let me say, I just want to say this first.
And all
and then I will deal with the other
friends and
things.
comrades and warriors present here.
A lovely gathering. And I want to welcome you in a traditional maroon way. So I'm going to say, Awatu Akwaba.
Speak at the University of the West Indies.
Awatu Akwaba. So I'm embracing you all and I'm welcoming you to this place. So Mr. Chairman, our guest here on the platform, the Honorable Prime Minister from St. Vincent and Grenadine, the Leader of the Opposition, Mr. Mark Golin, our candidate for Portland Eastern, Mr. Isaac Buchanan, and I can see that we have a lot of other official persons here, but in true maroon fashion, I'm going to say, Akwaba, a biggie pray, Akwaba, a small pray. So in this way, I welcome you all. But as we sit here on the beach as it is, and we are looking out to sea, what it reminds me of is a time when our foreparents came to these very same shores. Nanny and many of her followers were here. And the ship got wrecked in that other harbor. They made their way down the coast, up the Rio Grande Valley, and they settled at a place that they call Pumpkin Hill. That was the first free black settlement in this neck of the woods. They later moved from there to another place that they called Tony River, but the government called it Nanny Town because Nanny was the leader. So Portland has a lot to offer. And I am most thankful for our candidate who have seen this vision to bring this gathering here this afternoon, where we can sit down, we can listen to the speakers, and we can take the many good things that will be said and how we look forward to developing our parish of Portland in a way that every man, woman, and child can benefit from the rich legacy that we have. Our foreparents had led the way. They had struggled against the colonial oppressors, and they managed to liberate themselves. And in the process of doing so, they have set off what I want to call some sort of volcanic activity. Because as a result of that, you find that many liberation struggles took place throughout the so-called New World, to include the Asian Revolution, the American War of Independence, and all the struggles of the other maroon communities throughout Central and South America, to include the maroons of present-day Suriname, French Guyana, the persons in Mexico, Colombia. All of these come as a result of what our foreparents did here. In the other parts of the Caribbean, there were many struggles. Fact of the matter is, some of them were, the islands were small. It was difficult for them to succeed. But then they stood up and they fought for what they believed. As Portlander, we believe that we can go forward. We can do all the things that we want. And we have to create the chance. We have to create the opportunity to make that happen. So, if when you go back home, in your walk, in your talk, you encourage your neighbor, encourage the other persons that you're seeing on the street to make it happen. And it can happen in several ways, but there's one main way it can happen. If we support somebody who has the idea, somebody who has a vision, somebody who is willing to work assiduously with us to make it happen, that is the best thing that we can do. So we have a very beautiful pier. We have a very beautiful marina. But I'm just wondering to myself, and I might wonder aloud, why do we call the marina Herald Flint Marina? Somebody like Nani, who has been here before Herald Flint, who has made more contribution to this country and to the Western Hemisphere than Herald Flint. Why did we not name it after Nani? Maybe it is not too late. We got to name something significant after Nani. And it will come. And for sure it will come sooner than later. Because we believe in ourselves. And we know that if we work hard, we can achieve that which we want. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say to you, be steadfast in what you believe. Be steadfast in what you're going to be doing. Work hard, and we shall overcome. So once again, let me say, before I leave the stage, I welcome you all. And I'm expecting great things from you all. So let me say, Medasi. Medasi Apwem. Thank you 1,000 times.
Thank you very much, Colonel Wallace Sterling. When Isaac Buchanan said he was bringing the heat, I wonder if he also knew, in addition to the health, education, agriculture, and tourism, that at this time in the afternoon, the sun would be reflecting off the harbor, bringing additional heat and beauty. But with the heat will come the light. I'm also honored to be asked to moderate this evening's program. Could not have had a better day to do it, because printed in the Gleaner today is an update that they call How the Constituencies Are Leaning. In St. Catherine, they created a parish to create a stronghold or a safe seat for someone. And that safe seat or stronghold that they created is not in the list of constituencies that are being considered safe for them. And I'd like to use this opportunity to point out that we're in a parish that a couple of people have claimed it is theirs. Eastern Portland is not in the safe seat for them either. We have Dr. Dawes here, we have Dr. Horn here, and we have Doreen Forbes here. All of them have opponents like I do who are irritating, annoying, and disturbing. And this morning, none of our opponents can be happy, because the reality is that time come now. I am asked by the organizers who invited me here to remember that I'm here more in my capacity to moderate, Richie, than I am in my capacity as a politician. And my granny teach me, say, no go a company house and misbehave. So I won't misbehave. The final thing I will say is there is an expression, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. And East Portland decides, say, them are going to take the heat. And we're going to start off by reminding you that this East Portland Public Forum, Bringing the Heat, aims to engage residents of the constituency in a dynamic and interactive discussion with key stakeholders on the issues affecting this parish and this constituency. Today's event will provide a platform for party officials, incoming government officials, thanks to our media colleagues, BOJ TV and others, not only will East Portlanders understand the heat today, but all of Jamaica at home and in the diaspora will understand the heat. And our colleagues in St. Vincent and the Grenadines are already accustomed to a certain kind of heat. So we will also get an introduction because I am reliably informed that Comrade Ralph, like many of us, has come from very humble beginnings. And if there is one word to describe that energy which has fueled his political service, going now 50 years, is the belief he has in love. Simple word, but a complex philosophy is guided by love. He has a special love for the elderly, for the youth, and for the marginalized. And in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which is very close to the topography of Portland, are several issues of human, social, economic, and community development, which are similar to the ones faced by East Portlanders, and I dare say by all Jamaicans, including the diverse population, which for us, as you have seen, includes the Maroons, and in St. Vincent and the Grenadines includes the Kalinago people. I really hope I've pronounced that correctly. Thank you very much. So we are also going to be hearing from Comrade Ralph, but we are hearing from Jamaica's incoming 10th Prime Minister. We will soon refer to him as the Most Honorable Mark Golding. And when he comes to this podium, he will be sharing, continuing to share his insight as to his own philosophy,
Forum
driven also
in
by a
Portland.
fuel
Up and
that we
running.
can call LOVE, love.
Drop asleep
If
and wake
there
up, come
has
catch it. Some
ever
of you
been
really
a
tune in
leader
live
in Jamaica
and show a piece
who
of it,
not
you know.
only understands
That is the
the
mission
divinity
for the
of
plan.
the
If you get out
poor
this
and the dispossessed,
evilous
but also
JNT government,
understands how to
because they are wicked
navigate the
vampires. Yeah,
ecosystem
man.
of economic and wealth creation.
So
So he can
overall, it's a
bring
good look.
both sets of experiences,
Mm.
his lived experiences as well as his professional experiences, to bring together a team of other patriotic men and
We need
women,
honorable
all
people run the country,
children
man.
of the soil
No
of this
grabbers.
island, to
And keep
ensure that what is
working the
achieved
country.
is
Yeah,
the
we tell you something, man.
greatest
We need a change.
formulation of policies and program to
Earlier
unlock,
are the best. Are the
unleash,
better. So
and
the more
release the true
anyway, and that's a
potential
people,
of
man.
the
And
Jamaican
if you are
people,
being weak as
our
well. So I
economy,
have to
and
call
this
it.
society, then
Call it
that
and to
person's
call it.
name
Call it and
is
to call
Mark
it. Yeah, man, I have to call
Jefferson
it.
Golding.
You never want to do it. That's why you call it already. But you now nowhere to hide. And nowhere to
So,
run.
as we know,
Yeah, man.
when ISAT speaks about the heat, he speaks about health, education,
We need honorable people.
and
Honorable
tourism.
people.
Into the
Ah.
heat of the matter as we welcome to the podium
Honorable
Comrade
people and this are
Dr.
Gideon boy.
Alfred Dawes,
I
who will be
cannot dread out
speaking
there.
about vision for health.
Come on and receive. Sort out the live, man. Shaky. I'm gonna on the wrong rascal stream because Andrew stream not doing nothing at all. Andrew stream not doing nothing. Blank screen. What's going on? What's going on? TV. What's going on? Come on. Get my contract, man. Get my contract. Anyway, in the forum at Portland, today the 9th, but we are not getting no
Portland,
streaming.
Gorgan, Portland. If you get a stroke, do not accept it that you have to go to another parish for a CAT scan. Do not accept that if you have an emergency, you need to go to Senton to get a CAT scan, come back to Portland, and then get transferred to KPH. I put it to you, which you may not realize, that Portland has been the most neglected parish when it comes to health services. And anyone who wants to challenge me, the evidence is there. You have one parish hospital. And they will say that there are other parishes with one parish hospital. But look at your neighbors in St. Thomas. They have Princess Margaret Hospital. They have 30 doctors. You have 12. It is time that we stop accepting it and demand more. It is not enough for the incumbent member of parliament to be boasting that they got a baby incubator. I don't know what that is. We don't call anything baby incubator because we don't have adult incubators. But it is not enough to boast that you got this baby incubator when the nearest pediatrician to take care of that baby is an hour away. How do you reconcile that? What would Nanny think? What would those who fought for our rights and freedoms think that now you have sitting in the corridors of power a government that is more concerned about public relations and hiding the realities of a broken healthcare system rather
And
than
ribbon
fixing it?
cutting as well.
And this is where we say that enough
Ribbon
is enough
cutting,
and
photo
time
up. That's all they believe in. No substance. They have no
come
substance.
for us to stop accepting inferior care. Stop accepting that lives are going to be lost needlessly while they rape the system. Time come for reforms. And we have to have concrete plans in place. But it is for the people, you, to demand that reform. Because it is not going to be easy, I can tell you that. Because there are so many disease profiteers out there who are making millions off the broken system. Where a
They have
drill
a poor
that costs
people.
$5 million
That's
is
all them
sold
good
for
for.
$30 million.
where a CT
Make
scan is bought
millions of
and
a
it don't
poor
have a
people
battery and it not working for
and
a
don't give
year.
a fuck
And
about
cancer
them.
patients have to be finding money and going outside to get care. Enough is enough. If we cut corruption in the Ministry of Health by 50%, we can save so many lives. And that is one of the first things that this government is going to do when we form it. So this is a warning.
those who are making bank and sacrificing Jamaican lives on an altar of gold. Time come.
Comrades, please acknowledge Comrade Senator Damian Crawford.
General come in, man. And the best speaker for a long time now in the PNP party. General Damian Crawford. Ah.
Remember that.
All right, set down as Damian takes his seat.
So, comrades and well-wishers tuning in from all over. The plan is simple.
This is a Portland
When you
man,
look
you know,
at
so
it,
you have to remember that.
as with anything, you have to look at demand and supply. The demand on the health services is rising.
So, comrades and well-wishers tuning in from all over. The plan is simple when you're looking at fixing health. As with anything, you have to look at demand and supply. The demand on the health services is rising. We are getting older. We are
And no
getting
supply.
sicker. We are putting on more weight. We have more chronic diseases. And so we have to address
Because
that.
them eating out the money.
And it is not going to be a situation where we just
Yeah,
tell
me
people
know the
they need
money.
to go to clinic. We understand that
And
in
don't give a
Portland,
fuck
you
about the
have to
poor
be
people
chartered
them.
a taxi to go
Because
all the way
when
to
them them out the
KPH
money, when them want help here,
versus
they
paying
can get it
$400
in the
on
private
a
sector.
JUTC or a
They can
taxi
fly
to
out.
get there. So we cannot have
You know, so
access
these
to
people are
healthcare being in
vampires.
Kingston. Access to healthcare has to be here in Portland. So the
Healthcare
hospital
the
has
number
to
one
upgrade.
thing in life
And
in
it
a
starts
country.
with imaging. It starts with the
How people
staffing.
supposed to know that?
And it starts with
There's
the
some people that try
development of
to
the
really
clinics in the outlying
bypass that
areas.
like them.
We need to
You
take
know,
care of the diabetes, the high blood pressure before they become stroke.
because remember, you know, health service is like a garage, you know. It's almost million and billion of cars on earth. If they know a garage, when them blood clot get shut down or breakdown or whatever, you drive a car, you try to just all of a sudden just stop. And you don't know what. It might be a simple little thing, but it need the doctor because we are mechanical makeup, you know. So we have to have garage and mechanic, engineer to fix the car. Else the Rascal world come to a standstill. So just like the Rascal human being in any civilized country, whether civilized or not, you have to have good hospital, good health care. So when people get sick, them get good health care and up and running in no time. So the economy can go on moving. When everybody's sick and blood clot, you have to stop work and things like that. Can't good for the economy. So these people, when I look on that, you know, all them look for is just rip off and run. Well, they never run. Them a rip off and still I want back third term. None of that. None of that. So call it and to call it. Call it and to call it. Yeah, man.
Stroke and amputation.
You ain't nobody fucking no man, you know.
So the control of the sugar is going to be where the resources must go because it is harder to treat a stroke than it is to treat high blood pressure. And that is the change in mindset that we are going to implement when we form the government. So screening, preventative medicine, primary care will be the first pillar on which we are going to reform the healthcare sector. We know that the demand is also in trauma. I don't know what the bike thing is like, but we know that if you dilly-dally, you're going to end up on a hospital trolley. fix that. Greater enforcement of traffic laws, public education, etc. But at the same time, you can't stop yourself from get sick. I said the current Minister of Health telling people when University Hospital was overcrowded that they should take personal responsibility. So they should stop getting cancer then.
Out order, man.
They should stop
It's
seeing
like
traffic
shit.
and somebody just hit them and run in the back. They must stay at them yard. As one
Because they don't have no
racist
caring
people
for
are running,
people.
I
It's
bet
all
you
the
lay
thing.
down. But we cannot push back personal responsibility on the people. We have to get access to health care where it is needed. And the reforms
Out order.
are going to be boring. They don't involve a lot of TV.
They blame everybody. Blame,
It's going to be
they don't
laws.
blame themselves.
The Prime Minister has dedicated, and I'm calling him Prime Minister. We have had discussions and we know that there are going to be some laws that are going to be needed to be passed immediately in order to reform healthcare. Drugs must be cheaper. You cannot choose between your light bill and your pharmacy bill and think that everything is going to be all right. So there are many things that we need to fix. And in time, we know that them thieving ideas, so we're not going to roll out everything. But in time, you will see why when we ask the questions at the polls, who is better to manage the health of Jamaicans, the answer will be resoundingly the PNP.
Of course. No doubt.
So, comrades,
Without a shadow of a doubt.
take care and understand that when them say better must come, better is coming.
This is the problem now with this live now, because partner drawing out the right equipment, like POJ, have a stronger data, so you're not gonna get this stop until that. This fuck up the whole thing now, you know what I mean? This data is kicking out and kicking in. Kinda embarrassing and frustrating as well. Yeah. But when you just get into the thing, it's playing up. Playing up. And we can't switch again. We can't switch again because I'm already on live, so it's gonna be difficult. So I have to just go and see what go on. But yeah. Internet weak. Yeah.
Councillor Benny White, I should know better. I used to live in this parish, and Dexter Rowland is my councillor and actually introduced me to a lot of the politics when I was down here. The E in heat is education, and the education man, the real Rasta man, now comes to the podium. By the way, just to let you know, BOJ TV is streaming live, Partner Draw TV is streaming live, and Peter Gay Ferguson TV, PNP TV is streaming live.
Everybody live, man. That's good,
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Also, special good afternoon to the leader of the People's National Party, future President, Prime Minister of Jamaica. to Isaac Buchanan, next member of parliament, who will take, what did you say? Vengeance on my behalf? Respect and honor to one of the stalwarts of the Caribbean, one of my mentors, a person who have been in the fight for a long time and remain committed to equity as a concept within the world. Ralph Gonzalez, love and honor, St. Vincent, Passy. I see some brethren here from school time. I don't know if I should announce it. But some stalwarts in all different areas of life. I don't want to announce it and load him up because they are arresting people for being on PMP stage. So we have to be careful. See, keep reaching a problem, you know, just because. But my brethren, from 12-year-old till now, respect my brother. And to you, my bonononus from Portland, I will always love East Portland. Never will I forget the effort, the commitment. And while we have the record, I want to give it up when this election is called. I think another Rasta should take that record and go forward. But in truth, I really love you know, and I love how they make me feel welcome and wanted every single time. I came at 4, and Isaac told me to go to a little villa and wait until time he will call me down. And he almost make this thing move from heat to hate because education nearly missed its position. So therefore, I am now here to speak to what you know is my passion, education. It is my passion because it is what I have experienced myself. Remember when I told you that you cannot have people who never experience your life be in charge of your life. It is education that moved me from sharing 2 divan with 6 people to having my house with empty room as guest room. And so I am only speaking to a passion of 1 degree per household because my mother have 11 brothers and sisters. And one and one person, my uncle, went to university from my mother's generation. From that one, 38 of my cousins and myself and my sister have a 1st degree, and 11 have a 2nd degree, starting from 1. And so the concept that guides the PMP's education principle is 1 degree per household. That it is our long-term strategy that every household should have a degree. I hear some people seek to ridicule that success, that principle, by saying we should focus on pre-primary and focus on this and focus on that. It automatically assumes a focus on all previous levels because there can be no degree if you're illiterate. So 1 degree assumes that at least 1 literate is in every household. It presumes that 1 primary school achiever is in the household. It assumes that 1 CXC getter, because all of those are precursors to get to 1 degree per household. I see some stalwarts in them say not allow them up and I allow them up. All right, cool. So when we look at that, how do we achieve that in East Portland? And as you know, that was my dream. One of my dreams was to ensure that it is corrected that Nanny don't have an institution named after her in the education sector. You have Paul Bogle, you have Sam Sharp, you have Buster Manty, you have Norman Manley High School, but you don't have a Nanny High School. And therefore, we identified fellowship, which was once junior high, to be rebranded the Nanny High School in East Portland so that East Portland can recognize the Maroons' contribution. We are going to start by ensuring that at the early childhood level, there are sufficient trained teachers because the base development of the child's brain happens in the first 5 years. They say 80% of the child's brain function takes place between 0 and 5-year-old. And so it must be the principle and policy of the People's National Party to ensure that that start is a reasonable start for every child in this country. And for those who are not understanding that importance, then why is it that they who are saying we can't afford it contribute so much to their own children getting that preschool and that basic school? So we will be spending on ensuring that the schools that are basic schools have qualified teachers and also that they have satisfactory infrastructure. Myself and ISAT have a conversation that we might have to go to court because the Constitution states that is the right of every child to primary and pre-primary education. And if it is that this is only private, that right is being abridged and abrogated. We also then will look at ensuring that there is remedial education for those who aren't doing well at current. One of the problems we have is that you wait till the end of the year, you test the child, you do no fixing of the problem and send that child to another grade. And it leads to what we have now, that we have 18% of our children getting 5 subjects, including math and English. If this was America, it will never be accepted for 18% getting a GED, the minimum successful graduation from secondary school. And so we are going to implement an intervention system that therefore corrects the failing at 7th grade, at week 1, at week 2, week 3, instead of wait till the end of the year for say, boy, this pick me fail. We will have evening classes facilitated by trained teachers. We will have weekend classes. So let's say a child don't do good at factorization. If you don't intervene in that week, it makes sense to teach him quadratic equation. Because quadratic equation is based on factorization. So therefore, you must intervene to correct whatever factorization misunderstanding in the afternoons of that week, on the weekend of that week, so that he can graduate into the next week and be competent and capable. We have to do that necessary intervention. So we propose that 2 days a week must be for homework, sending home my 11th grade child with maths work to do at home with a 9th grade dropout parent. What sense does that make? And so he becomes frustrated not understanding this homework. So we will facilitate homework centers for 2 hours in your schools in East Portland. And we are blessed in East Portland with CASE, where we can recruit some of those students to become facilitators of those homework sessions. It means, therefore, that for some reason, we have continued to send home children 2:30 when parents don't reach home till 7. And then we wonder why they're being impregnated by adults and recruited by gangs. And so we will move it to 4:30, facilitate that, and help those students from case who are having difficulty to move forward. We're also going to fight to teach and keep our teachers in the schools. Good teachers are now becoming unavailable, being recruited, as you know, Sir Ralph, by the United States and England with wanton disregard for the realities that we face. So much so that we don't even know when they're leaving until school ready to start. And to this point, we have only mentioned that they're leaving without putting a retention plan for teachers to stay. We have been in full discussion in the party about when we should come with our ideas. Because we know, yeah, them not ramp, especially with my one, them not give me a break. Them teeth it all before me say it sometime. But we feel that it must be easier for a teacher to own a home and a vehicle. One of the number one initiators, motives for migration is to own those two assets that they perceive to be so important. And so we will negotiate with the NHT, but also for every 5 years that a teacher remain in the classroom, they will get concession consideration of increasing levels so that they can stay longer and get better vehicle at each time. Yeah, if Andrew said that in a theme speech, we are going to carry this. Make sure you catch it on tape. Is that tape? All right. Yeah. We come again, and we will also go to the embassies to negotiate a strategy of recruitment that allows us to plan better for the absence of teachers. We have situations, even in Portland, where you have some PE teachers teaching maths class because you don't have a maths teacher. That teacher is only there to create discipline, not to teach the subject. So we must have a system that the recruiter should come to a centralized area to say we are interested in ABC, and we then become prepared for the loss of ABC. But to satisfy that migration, we're going to go into the universities and say to those who graduate, we put in a Teach First program. That if you're willing to go in the classroom for the first 2 years after graduation, we will forgive a % of your student loan. So you're getting some of the best minds of Jamaica, graduating with degrees in economics and actuarial sciences, wouldn't normally go teach maths. But when they sign up for the Teach First program, they come back, some Teachfield picnic bright like morning star. They come back down to Portland before them go into their true careers and take a 2 years and teach first. That's why we say don't put small minds to solve big problems, because they're not thinking these creative strategies that we have to go forward. We then look at case, and we have a long envisioned that case should transform from a college to a university. And that university should becoming a provider of agricultural skill sets for the entire Caribbean. Whenever Ralph Gonzalez have 2 youth who want to study agriculture, it should compete with St. Augustine. That you send them to case with agriculture research, with the different types of crops that we can implement, with entrepreneurship training, but also to provide sufficient teachers in the area of agriculture that we can move forward. The final part we're willing to separate with before the budget, because there's more, is to also introduce vocational education from 10th grade for the HEART program. The pathway that you have for 13th grade should mean a child could choose a vocational pathway and move from 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, and 13th grade to have a level 4 in HEART to graduate at that level.
Yeah, true that.
That person
Yes.
that leave with a level 4 in heart will then be able to go to UTech or any other degree program because he now has conquered the vocational
Yeah,
level.
but when this government are
What we
doing the
have is
curry
to give
favor.
them level 2 and
Yeah.
then tell them they have to go all the way down to Buff Bay or go all the way up to Mansion Hill. A whole different process and procedure. And when they apply it full and it full for how long, and when they eventually go, they can't get the certificate and it becomes crazy. So from the heart funds, we will put a infrastructure within each school for at least 4 vocational offerings. And that will be able to take the child in the day and then to take the adult in the night.
Alan
If
Samuels.
we are able to put in the labs, the vocational labs for welding and for plumbing and for steel work, and we go as far as to landscaping and for culinary arts in the secondary schools, then we can expand Heart's reach to Evelyn schools for adults to use the same labs that our children use in the day. So you now have to take bus now from one place, go all the way, have to find money, give up before he gets what is necessary. And when we therefore go to the airport, I want a Jamaica, I want a East Portland that now asks for farm work yard. You ask for skill work yard. That we have a new program that evolves out of Jamaica, that any country that need these skills, send a request for our skilled individuals to then come up and go look that same life that you're looking, lifting up apple and picking strawberries. And so when the PMP, which have always been the authority on education, that has always had a competitive advantage in education, gets another chance, we will make sure that hunger isn't the determination of performance. I see in the newspaper that says some children will get breakfast. We guarantee you 1 meal per child in school. Every young child that goes to a school in Jamaica should be guaranteed at least 1 meal, 5 days per week. That is going to be the change. That is going to be the transition that moves us from 18% to 80%. So the next time you listen to the radio and they say the PMP have no ideas, just send them the video from health, from education, from agriculture, and from tourism. So not only Portland feels the heat, but Jamaica feels the heat as well. Thank you and good afternoon.
I just
Works.
realized that
Good
what I thought
little
would have been
piece.
an easy job turns out to be the hardest job because I had to stand for 4 minutes. Because when I stand up, it's the 1 minute marker for the speaker to wrap up. And I had to stand up for 4 minutes for my friend from across the road of St. George's College to know it was the wrap up time. I'd like to also acknowledge that present with us, we have Chief Richard Curry, Ambassador Anu El, Major Rohan Harris, and Abeng Custodian Avion Barnes. Continuing with the heat, we invite Comrade Dr. Andre Horton, who will be speaking about innovation and economics. Of course, he will also be speaking on the importance of both of those concepts to modernizing Jamaica's agricultural sector. Please make him welcome.
Thank you so much, Moderator Raymond, for your introduction. Comrade Mark Golden, our next Prime Minister. Give him a round of applause. Big him up every time. Such an astute fellow. Comrade Isaac Buchanan. The last time I came to Portland was my first time speaking on a political platform. Isaac, I recognize the work that you have been doing here. Very good work, and I've supported that work from day one. And you too should continue to support the work that he is doing out here in Portland. Comrade Ralph Taylor Wright, don't mind Alfred, he doesn't understand. If there ever was an incubator for leaders, not just for Jamaica and the Caribbean, it is the land of Tayloria. It's written in the mountains. Written in the mountains. Comrade and friends, also have to big up my colleagues who are here, Comrade Dawes and others. Chief Curry, big up yourself every time. Welcome as well. Comrades, last year the Jamaican economy declined by 1%. What happened was that it started growing in the first half of the year, but by the time it got to the third quarter, the economy declined by 3.5%, and by it got to the fourth quarter, it declined by a further 1.8%. Now, many of us hear about economic growth, and we hear about economic contractions that lead to recessions. And currently there's a big debate between the JLP government, the PIOJ, and the Oxford Dictionary as to what a recession is. The dictionary says that a recession is 2 consecutive periods of negative growth. But the government tries to mask their definition by saying that there are other factors that contribute to a recession. They go on by saying that they have been increasing employment, so we should feel good that more people are working. In a country like Jamaica, of such remarkable people, people with such high ambitions, people who want to see the future of the country resembling that of the United States of America, resembling that of a Mauritius, a Singapore, resembling that of a modern metropole that provides the right level of resources. Dr. Dawes came, he spoke about healthcare. Damian came, he spoke about education. These pillars are what determine what a modern country looks like. Currently in Jamaica, over 60% of the population has no diploma, which means that they did not graduate from high school. And what my research has showed is that our inability to grow rests in one main factor: our productivity. Over the last 3 to 4 decades, Jamaica's productivity has been on a steady decline. And along with the decline in productivity is the real wages. They look like a one-to-one graph going down a hill. And why we have to mention productivity and wages? Because productivity is what drives the wages of a country. The more you produce per hour, the more you can sell, the more you earn income, the more income is distributed to the people who produced those goods. And it is important because every year we want to see the country grow. And we talk about growth, right? It's a big thing in the news every time. Jamaica wants to grow. I mean, in 2016, the government came out and they said that in 4 years, they envision that the country is going to grow by 5% per annum. It has now been 9 years and the country is experiencing negative growth. Jamaica is what is called a small island developing state, a SID. And being a SID, it means that you're susceptible to negative as well as positive shocks from external economies. It seems that the negative shocks have been impacting us more and more and more compared to the positive shocks. Now, want you to think about the economy and think about what is it that you want for yourself and what is it that you want for your children and your children's children. Think about an economy that is growing less than it did last year, but it's employing more people than it did last year. It means that we have our people working without the right compensation because it's like too many cooks spoil the broth. More people being employed and you're producing less. Some of the people need to get out the kitchen. The heat is on. Jamaica has far more potential than that. From a macroeconomic standpoint, my research has shown that the productivity is impacted by two main factors. One, human capital development, which is the level of education of our people. And two, the level of corruption that has been taking place in this country. And we cannot stand on a platform and speak about the leadership of Jamaica without talking about the negative impact that corruption, the negative impact that the embezzlement from government programs, the negative impact that the three-tier contract system, 20% here, 20% there, 20% there, only 40% left to do the work. This has to stop. And that is why I'm happy that we have a leader like Mark Golding, a man of integrity, a man of character, a man who does not see the budget as a purse to rob, but as a man who will invest in the country with all his effort and his ability to make Jamaica a better place.
Just like in the holidays, jump off the pagan head and let it roll away. Listen to what I got to say. Praise the king every day. Go back, we go mash them down.
The People's National Party is coming to change the face of Jamaica. The People's National Party is going to put in order all the industries where they ought to be. We face challenges in healthcare. When you look across the country, and Dr. Dawes said it, the level of technological and innovational inputs that we need is just not there. In Montego Bay, where I am, the Cornwall Regional Hospital is a disgrace. CT scan, people have to leave the hospital to go get that done privately. Sometimes not even a simple x-ray they can get done at the hospital, and this has to change. Our young people are disenfranchised from the current way they are being taught. They are seeing the future ahead, and we are holding them in the present and the past. With the advent of the fourth industrial revolution, AI, Internet of Things, now more than ever, we have to position our people to take full advantage of where the world is going. And let me take you back down memory lane. In 1950, technology represented 0% of China's GDP. At that time, countries recognized the technological boom that the world was going to embark on. China, Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, even the simple United States took full advantage to include technology in all their industries. So you're talking about technology in healthcare, technology in education, technology in agriculture, technology in finance, which is very important. Fast forward to today, technology represents over 32% of China's GDP. If I were to ask you what percentage of Jamaica's GDP is technology today, you could not answer. And you cannot answer because it is not measured. So the first thing we have to do is to do an audit of the technological inputs that are needed to assist each industry to improve on their output. In order for us to infuse technology, we have to have the human capital to do so. Over 25,000 Jamaicans migrate every year, our youngest and our brightest. When other countries have programs in place to attract youngest and brightest and to keep the youngest and brightest, Jamaica have programs in place to deter the youngest and brightest from even participating in the labor market. So many people see me and say, Andre, what are you doing in Jamaica? The country is so backward. Your skills are so forward. Come here. And I say to them, I did my PhD between 2007 and 2011 when the world itself was going through a huge financial crisis. When the world is going through a financial crisis, you tend to wonder what is the impact that this crisis is going to have on your island home. And I thought about it, and much of my research speaks about it. Look at how asset prices impact the economy. Looks at the interest rate pass through from the central bank to the commercial bank to the consumer. And what we have been seeing is that over the last 5 years, macroeconomic policy, especially monetary policy, has not been facilitating to growth. And what do we mean? We have what is called reactive monetary policy. So we only change interest rates when America changes interest rates. I said to them, listen, if we want to boost output, we have to make investments cheaper for our investors. What is the price of investment? It is the interest rates. So if you are coming out of COVID-19 and you believe that you need to increase interest rate to prevent capital flight, you also have to understand that that increase in interest rate is going to deter investment, because when a man has interest rates of 6%, it's easier for him to borrow money than an interest rate of 8-10%. So we have to now understand that money is the engine of growth where investments are concerned. So the central bank also has a role to play in facilitating how the economy grows. We have to begin to look at how fiscal and monetary policy can work together to create the change that Jamaica needs. Fundamentally, and it's not just a Jamaica problem, intra-regional trade in the Caribbean is less than 10%. The lowest in any trading bloc across the world. When you talk about intra-regional trade, you're talking about trade between countries. In Europe, intra-regional trade is over 40%. Why? Because you have Germany making the cars and they sell the cars to the rest of Europe. Then you have France making the wine and the liquor. They sell that to the rest of Europe. Italy is making the fashion. They sell that to the rest of Europe. England make the empty containers, send them to your country, full them and then take it back. So each country is producing a product that is demanded by the other countries around them, and as a result they can trade and earn an income. In the Caribbean, most of us produce the same goods, and as a result it makes it very difficult for us to trade amongst ourselves. A couple of years ago, I wrote a paper, myself, Dr. Emmanuel, and Dr. Knife, establishing the Caribbean cannabis economy. It's in drug and alcohol policy today. You can go and check it out. We recognize that the cannabis industry, ganja of which we speak, has the potential to earn for Jamaica over 11.1 billion US dollars per year, which is over like 70% of our GDP. And not just for us, for other Caribbean countries to come into play based on their topography. We can grow a type of ganja that is good for Alzheimer's over in St. Vincent. We can grow a type of ganja that is good for cancer over there in Dominica. We can grow a type of ganja that is good for ADSD over there in St. Kitts. And we can grow a type of ganja that is good for a different type of cancer in Jamaica. And we can trade amongst each other where those medicines are concerned. We have to begin to think about the goods that possess value. We cannot expect at any stage to want to produce low-valued goods and trade it for high-valued imports from abroad. We cannot expect to grow low-valued agricultural crops and trade them for high-valued technology goods from abroad. Jamaica has a lot of potential, and as a government, the People's National Party is dedicated to dichotomizing, breaking down the challenges that we face economically, and putting the buffers in place to ensure that Jamaica does not remain on this 1% that it has been on over the last 40 years. Time come for better industries. Time come for infusing technology in our industries. Time come for leadership who understand the challenges of the country. Time come for us to recognize that out of many, we are one people. And it's not just providing resources for the rich, but it's providing resources to elevate the poorer class of people and move them up into what we call the middle class. And it is our mantra. The middle class now, based on my estimation, is 10%. We need to bring that to 50%. And this PNP government is dedicated to improving Jamaica's middle class and to raise our standard of living and our income from a mere $7,000 per annum to over 13,000 US dollars per annum. And it is achievable. Time come for change. Time come for difference. Have a wonderful evening, comrades.
Thank you very much, Comrade Andre. Doreen, are you left-handed or right-handed? You're right-handed. Are you left-sighted or right-sighted? Both sides. So, because Damien right-sided, and I was standing to his left, and Andre right-sided, and I was standing to his left. So since you are ambidextrous, no matter where I stand up, please welcome Comrade Doreen Campbell. She's bringing the heat on tourism. You see, our leader is a gentleman. By the way, yesterday was International Women's Day. Happy belated International Women's Day to the ladies in the audience and to the lady who now comes to the podium.
Thank you, my comrade brother, moderator from St. Catherine, which has already indicated that no matter how they gerrymander, he is still going to give them a political backsliding over there. Comrades, comrade party leader and next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Gorgan, hurry up. Them take too long. Them get a fake poll, and the fake poll said them was 5% ahead, but them still never call it. Still never call it. The man of the moment and the next member of parliament for Eastern Portland, Comrade Isaac Buchanan. I want to recognize a gentleman that I've only seen on TV. And because of Comrade Isaac Buchanan's initiative, I am blessed to stand on the podium with him. And I want to say a big welcome to the most beautiful parish of Jamaica. I want to welcome you, Comrade Ralph Gonzalez, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is Portland at its best. You know, comrades, I wrote what I wanted to say because you don't see me very often on the platform like the speakers before me. So I make sure to write down the things I wanted to say. But comrades, I also, before I go any further, want to recognize my fellow colleagues. My fellow colleagues in the house. I see when Comrade Damien come in, the place get excited. Dr. Dawes, Dr. Andre. But most importantly, I want to recognize you, the comrades. comrades who came out this evening to support the initiative of Comrade Isaac Buchanan. Comrades, it's important. It is very important, comrades, to bring the heat this evening. While speaking, we have to emphasize the failure of a member of parliament of 18 years to develop any industry and any meaningful employment or any way of living for the people of West Portland and now East Portland. To the honored guest here, we must bring the heat by putting forward plans by the next PNP administration to grow the economy of Portland and to move the people, our people, from low-tech, low-growth, and low-income economy. The present administration, ladies and gentlemen, broke ground the other day. I don't know how many of you remembered. They broke ground the other day, just up the road by the courthouse, that they were going to erect an urban center. All that is going to do is move jobs from uptown to downtown, or from downtown to uptown. Depends on how you want to look at it. But I'm calling on the government, and as a matter of fact, them time's soon up. So, comrade leader, let me address you with this. The next PNP administration don't need to focus on that urban center. Whatever resources that is allocated to the parish of Portland should be spent on developing the East Harbor right here in Port Antonio. Comrade leader, the East Harbor.
Oh, yes, we did. You asked for it and we listened. Pay for your Domino's Pizza online. Just head on over to domino's.com.jm or download the Domino's Jamaica app to order and pay for your pizza for carryout or delivery. It's quick, easy, secure, and at your fingertips.
The urban center.
Fucking advertisement should be there now. I'm gonna pay for that personally.
Comrade leader, it won't bring any new jobs. It won't bring any new money. But just close your eyes for a minute and think what an injection of 5,000 visitors disembarking at the dock on the East Harbor, what it means for the economy of East and Western Portland. Comrades and friends, because I know we have not just comrades here. I see a whole heap of orange, but I know we have other persons here. But we're beamed all over the world. So I want to also acknowledge those online. We have natural resources and attractions here in Portland. We have the Blue Mountain Bicycle Tour in the west, Somerset Falls in the west. And let me just put on notice that it is my intention to develop the community of Chelsea in the Swift River Valley as one of the newest attractions to Portland. We have rafting, ladies and gentlemen, comrades all. We have rafting on the Rio Grande. We have Reach Falls, Nanny Falls, the Blue Lagoon. We have the world famous Boston Jerk, Nonsuch Cave, Moortown Maroons in the east, and my own Charlestown Maroon in the west. So heritage tourism, it is at our fingertips.
True, that's true.
Actually,
Lot of
UNESCO
heritage there, boy.
has
Jamaica full of that.
named the Blue and John
Jamaica
Crow
full of
Mountains
heritage, to be truthful,
as
yeah,
a
man.
World Heritage Site, which is
There's
located,
so many
Sir
things
Ralph,
to
right
learn.
here in Portland.
So,
Therefore,
really awesome, you know.
ecotourism will be a central focus of the next PNP administration. We are excited about the flora and the fauna and the hundreds of herbs with medicinal properties that is found in this area. We have also different species of birds and the swallowtail butterfly, which can only be found in the Blue and John Crow Mountains. Just a little bit of history today. Comrades, to my right is 78 acres of land that we call Navy Island, that Comrade Shaka fame. A lot of you kind of get used to Comrade Shaka fame talking about the World Reggae Park and statue of reggae icons. We can actually repeat it because him said so many times. The Bob Marley Suite, the Rita Marley Spa, and so on. But comrades, it is a project that is worth exploring. But in Western Portland, we have comrade leader, the Ken Jones Aerodrome, that looks beautiful on the outside. It looks like it contributes something to Portland from the outside, but actually doesn't bring any serious value, whether visitors or financial, to the parish of Portland. Therefore, the next PNP administration will speed up the feasibility study that they have been taking forever. Since 2009, there seems to have been doing a feasibility study, and the feasibility study says that the 400 additional feet that is needed is not worth the development. And if it's therefore not worth the development, comrade leader, Portland is a parish with a lot of land, available land. And it is important for the future development of tourism in Portland that just like the Ian Fleming's Airport in St. Mary, that Portland be afforded an airport that can land passenger planes of a certain size, just like the Ian Fleming's Airport. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades all, the next PNP administration will expand tourism beyond all-inclusive resorts to include community-based tourism. This model will drive rural development, ensuring tourism dollars stay within the local community and give Jamaicans a direct stake in the benefits of tourism. The next PNP administration will truly transform the parish of Portland by investing in modern infrastructure, including, and I know some people take praise, comrade leader, comrade Isaac, some people take praise for the beautiful highway or the road that comes down into Port Antonio. But when it was conceptualized, they were not even considered. But the next PNP administration will improve the inner roads to enhance accessibility to a number of these attractions that is located inland. The next PNP administration will ensure that the two major clinics that now exist, one in Port Antonio and the other one in Buff Bay, is upgraded to an urgent care facility operating 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight. That way, it will ease the burden on the Port Antonio Hospital and the Anata Bay Hospital. And I'm glad I'm only here to talk on tourism because my heart is full when it comes to healthcare in the western side of Portland. Because we don't have no hospital, we don't have a proper clinic down there. And every single baby that is born from Western Portland, comrade leader, they have to either rush to Port Antonio Hospital or most of them, comrade leader, unfortunately, is born in the parish of St. Mary. We don't have no baby born in a West Portland. Nowhere. But I am not here today to speak about that. The next PNP administration will relocate the Hope Bay Police Station back to its original place, which is the center of the town. That way, it is better able to provide security for businesses and the residents. Most importantly, we will explore legislation to earmark specific local tourism zones where Jamaicans, Portlanders, entrepreneurs, and small business people are given priority for investment and ownership. This legislation will ensure that all tourism businesses in this zone remain majority owned by Jamaicans. And comrade leader, the next PNP administration, as I said earlier, will be taking a look at healthcare and medical tourism. Let me explain what that means. Portland, when you breathe, you don't breathe pollution, carbon monoxide, like if you go to Kingston and other places. The air here is pure. It is perfect for assisted living facilities. I don't know how many people understand when I say assisted living facility, what it means. But a lot of persons, when their families become older, they're not able to take care of them. So they want to pay somebody to take care of them. So a community is developed with a helipad on top and allow persons from far and wide to be able to take their elderly here in Portland to live out their very last days comfortably. Time come for a comprehensive plan and a comprehensive look, comrades. We have to look at the street people and those of unsound mind from the streets of Port Antonio and ensure a suitable home is found for them. Time come now for the public roads to the Blue Lagoon to be open to all. Time come now for Portland to receive its fair share of the national tourism advertising budget. The hoteliers need our help, comrade leader. The Juta tour operators need our help. The craft vendors need our help. And the Airbnb operators, they need our help. Time come now for Portland to receive its fair share of the Tourism Enhancement Fund so we can beautify our towns and have better roads leading to our different attractions. Citizens of Portland, time come for new leadership.
Sound very good.
We have a family that have
Very
been
good.
in charge. We have a family that have been in charge of the parish for the past 18 years that showed great disrespect the other day by calling this beautiful parish Vaasland. After all that we have been through with slavery, with the Maroons running away from the plantation, they are now saying that we are living on their plantation. We refuse to live on any plantation, and we call on the people of East and West Portland to return these two constituencies to the People's National Party. Where over here we have Comrade Isaac Buchanan, and in the West you have yours truly, Doreen Campbell. The time for change is now. Time for change is now. And the time for change is upon us. I thank you. The word is love.
Very good speech.
Comrades, thank you, Comrade Campbell. All right, so comrades, by the way, I have some persons watching on the live. So let me just say quickly to Comrade Shernet Appleby, a special good evening. And to the other comrade, a female comrade who says, don't call my name, who warned me not to interrupt Comrade Doreen Campbell until she done. Or I could not pass back over the causeway. However, she did her presentation in perfect timing. We're going to change it up a little bit more. We're going to have a cultural rendition given to us by the Moortown Maroons. So we are going to be doing a little bit of shifting on the stage. When we return, we are going straight into the premium time of this evening, where our presenters will be the incoming Prime Minister of Jamaica, the current Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the next Member of Parliament for Portland Eastern, Comrade Isaac Buchanan.
Forum nice. Forum nice. Forum nice. Admiral, I was saying Admiral Valls and Darrell Valls supposed to when I'm gonna really pull out of the bag now. What they gonna pull out of the bag now? Let's wait and see. But I'm gonna call it desperation. Anything them come with, anybody can see it as a desperation, and that's all it is. There's a sound. Fully. Yo, Maroon at Rota. I'm gonna get him on fall down to where I did. They don't have no routine. But I don't have a better routine than this. They must have jump to the drum. They don't have a really steady routine, you know. Some changes and things like that. And the drum them low as well. The drum sounds more powerful, you know. Like some rim shot and things like that. Flow it. But the drum them the boy drum now really sound like just too low to me. Nah, you know rim shot or nothing. That drum one powerful thing, you know. Yeah. Drum are the heartbeat. When it comes to the African heritage, with the nanny them and them people, eh? Them drum the Lord. I never get no, I never understand this because the drum is so quiet. Everybody do them one move in the routine. Everybody now do the routine. Like everybody do the same thing. Everybody do different thing. And that's supposed to be. I don't know the rehearsal or what. The routine are really there. Then it's everybody do them one dance. We want to see a routine, you know. But them changes, they have the changes, and you have everybody do the same thing, but everybody do them one thing. Like you got a routine there at it will be better than that. But anyway, lead them up still. Drum was too low as well. Anyway, I my criticism that. Come to start let me see. Ah.
Can somebody on the media platform say if this position is okay? All right, so we're going to ask our special guest to remain where you are because of the light on the inside of the stage where the podium was, the speaker appeared in silhouette. So we're doing some engineering adjustment. Thank you very much. So we've started to receive the questions as requested, and we're going to be doing the question and answer section soon enough. But for now, I'm going to ask us, after especially that invigorating performance by the Moortown Maroons, to be upstanding and let us acknowledge not only the performers, but let us prepare ourselves, our minds and our bodies, as we get the presentation representations now from the incoming Member of Parliament for East Portland. So please stand and give him a rousing round of applause as he comes to the podium. Isat Buchanan, and I can actually now call him Isat, my comrade brother, because normally when we appear together, we can't use our first names, which our first name is Comrade. I'm going to introduce him in a very succinct way. He exemplifies
Isaac,
the belief that every human being is entitled to a second chance. His career, relatively short in his chosen field, the legal profession, can be characterized in one word: possible. Where many persons would say the cases he has led that a positive outcome was impossible, ISAT has shown that indeed it is possible. Comrade Doreen made an interesting analogy. Never thought about it before. One person in particular loved talk about the 18 years. Tonight we can tell him the next time him open his mouth about 18 years. Look at the man in the mirror, because he has had 18 years and Portland has suffered for that. She gave another analogy about the work of Nani and others to liberate us from estate living, and now to come in 2025 and to be told that all of us are on their estate. If one person can do the possible, which is to liberate East Portland and lift his sister's chances of liberating West Portland, please welcome your liberator, Comrade Isat Buchanan.
yeah, man, I want to sit down, man. Like my drink, you know. Yeah, man, I drink this.
Blessings, and greetings. And it's always a pleasure to see so many people gathered in one place, knowing that we are fighting for the same cause, change for Jamaica. And we are fighting to ensure that the future of our children and the generations that follow is one that is bright, one that is orange, and one that is filled with the endless amount of possibilities. So as I greet the next Prime Minister of Jamaica and say, welcome to Portland from Isat Buchanan. And as I greet the world boss himself, soon to be the 6-star general from St. Vincent, Comrade Ralph Gonzalez, Prime Minister of St. Vincent, I say welcome to East Portland. To the future ministers and future member of parliaments that sit among us, the greatness that is Jamaica's future. As well as I'm saying a special welcome to my visit, and I will ask you to stand, Minister Brewster, and put you on live to let them know that this medical doctor is a professional politician because the people needs him. That is the type of energy that we are bringing to Portland Eastern and Portland Western. It's one Portland, never Varsland. And as I right now summon the spirit of Nani, and I have brought the Maroons here from all the way of a compound. Chief, I'm asking you to stand. Your presence and greatness is among us. Chief Sterling, I know you're here somewhere, but let me tell you something. Yes, Chief, bring the drummers for me. And I know I wasn't deaf, but I hear broke the vase. And my foot just a go so. And I see Doreen foot just a go so. So just remember that. If you never hear it, I know 2 people right now that shiver every time very nervous. They're looking in the gleaner and they're nervous. I'll soon tell you why. But I come to talk to you tonight about vision. And don't worry, I know David say, even when him think it, them steal it. Well, there are some people that when they speak it into existence, there are those who can't copy it. There are those who can't bring it into reality. I am one of those persons, and everything I say tonight will come to pass. And I want to start with the youth of Portland. Because no matter how it is, everywhere we go across Jamaica, there is something, there is a disconnect in terms of including the youth as future.
Come on, man.
If you
Internet, them fucking bad.
Prime
Jamaica, them
Minister
killing.
bit of labeling the youth of this country violence contributors, if they get
Come
themselves
on, come on. It's getting late and you is on the edge.
trouble, they say keep the
Pa-da-da-na-na-na,
judge
pa-da.
or meet your maker. All of these are state the right to life. I will call it no other thing but incitement to murder. It must be rejected.
Internet playing up, man. Fuck's sake. Wanna be sabotage. Sabotage, how you want to call it. Because I don't know. All them things you can't really write out them things still enough. I see it. As the man over speak, it fucking up about. Come back on, man. Come back. Yeah, man, you can't. Remember, you know, Valve them control these department, you know. But them can't fuck up, internet company, them can't fucking do it. And we know we're going to hear the argument tomorrow as well. Because Valve's that, you know. Him get access to people, private information. I said nothing in Jamaica is secret as a government minister. So what you think he won't do? He's a party that one of them portfolio is energy and transport. So they can do these things. Fuck up the whole thing when Isaac started to talk. Yeah. And then they have Mark Bolan for talk and Ralph Gonzalez leave for talk as well. So those are that part where them go as well then sabotage them this stuff. It's to look right. To me anyway. And look how long it take to resume. Look how long it take him to resume. You can see there's no internet connecting. No internet connecting. There's nothing you can do about it. To me, this look like sabotage. Yeah, man, and there's gonna be a big motive for this. So right away, you have to just look. No man think out of the box, you know. And that's all it is. think out of the box, I come right down to this three speaker now. The main speakers and this start to happen. Nah man, something alright. Something alright here. Cause technology can make anything happen, you know, once you want it happen. Especially if we get paid to do certain things, they will do it. This is not like one time in analog days when you have the control of certain things before you. Now you have to depend on a provider who have the most important control of the main thing, of the main product, which is Wi-Fi, internet. So them can cut you off and turn you on. Just like you can call up a phone company and them can do what they want to do. You don't have to go nowhere. But so them control everything. And this is fucking fuck up. You can't hear the man say cause yo, no, this don't look safe at all. Something alright. Something alright at all, at all. Also, I think them fucking sabotage these people, you know. Yeah man, I think them sabotage them. This is not coincidence at all. No, 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 no. Because uh-uh. This is planned. This is fucking planned, man. Fucking plan, yes. Andrew not really better, you know, guys switch now to Andrew, but you know, he said the same thing. But now get no internet. Well, I mean, I know what's going on, you know. I think this is a sabotage moving this, you know. Yeah, man. I think so. That's Labour Party. That's what they do. These son of a gun, that's what they fucking do. So the main three speaker, they speak, everything come out. That can't be a coincidence at all. That cannot be. There's no way it can be a coincidence. No, sir. This is definitely something planned. There people will do anything, you know. They will set up people, kill people, these people, do anything. Because, you know, they don't talk about any mean necessary. Just imagine what that means.
Well, while your prime minister is running around saying, I have one house here and there's confusion whether the person has the title and the fee simple
Now what
ownership to
this?
pass to the next
Get this
generation.
thing and
We
edit.
have a man on this stage
Yeah,
in a
go edit it.
country
I'll let
similar
her shit tonight.
situated as Portland Eastern and Portland Western, Portland Parish, that is building 2,800 houses since burial. Burial that just passed. And while your government says is burial while we, it's not a recession, it's not a compression, it's not any ession. The reality is your government has failed you. And that is why time come for change. Now, everything when we're bringing the heat is tied and connected, so I don't have to repeat. But when we speak of health, and I'm ending at the health part, mental health is an area that people do not understand, but it's so important because we are nothing without our health. And if our health is neglected, it is tied and attached to our right to life. This government is stifling your life, a healthy life, a mentally healthy life. And when you think of your brothers and sisters, whether it be at school age or thereafter, who was never assessed for learning disabilities, for different mental disorders, it is because the government, as it is right now, does not understand it. And while it is, they may have senators that think they are qualified to diagnose, reject it, because insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And so there can be no third term, none. That is what you're going to mash down. Reject it. And how we come together as the people of Portland Eastern, and I know Jamaica at large as I speak to you, I'm going to tell you something about Duppy's story and the truth. I'm going to tell you something about what is the facts, and you must check it. Don't make media turn it and twist it and flip it and reverse it. And a music, your life is not a musical. Reject it. So let's start this way. It is a fact that we are in a recession. Anything else is Duppy's story. It is a fact that in Portland Eastern, them take away Blue Lagoon from the men who used to make a living there. It is a fact. Me not come off of the Blue Lagoon yet. Me not have no villa down there. So I'm going to tell you something why I can talk up for you. It is a fact that the road that is blocked by a security company that nobody wants to admit who is paying them. Yes, it is a fact that that road is a parish council road, and the parish council has the responsibility to give you complete access to it. Anything else is Duppy's story. No matter how much time you put press releases in the media, reject it, dash it away. You can't twist and flip and reverse the truth. It is a fact that while I am speaking to you, this beautiful parish, Prospect fishing village, is being taken away from the young men and women who have lease agreements and who have their businesses that they strive and survive from. It is a fact that Winifred Beach, some umpy-scumpy things going on there. More to come. It is a fact that Sanko Beach is taken away from the people, regardless of the arrangement. It is a fact that everything that is beautiful that belongs to you, you are being disenfranchised from this current government, and your MP is incapable of advocating for you. Yes, it is a fact that anything and anyone who come and try to refute anything I just said is giving you Duppy's story. I'm going to tell you one more fact, because it's not only Uni watching. It is a fact that any member of parliament any person who feel in 2025 you can play the race card on one of the blackest man in the land who will be your next prime minister, you is a dunce. Do that and beat me. Make sure you're looking at the camera. So you see, right now, I hear people talk about you're going to rub out and you're going to do this. Just call the election, because I promise you, it is a fact I will be your next MP. After the election is called, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of healing. And I'm saying to every citizen of Portland, Portland is for you. Every person who not yet a comrade, come home. Yes? Those who are angry, come home. Those who were bamboozled and tricked, come home. Those who are given a t-shirt with a little something in it, come home. Don't take it this time. Dash with that. Send them out of the parish. Run them out. We hear about cockroach. We hear about the lie them. What I say? Rebuke them. Rub them out. Run them out. Mash them down. Broke the vase. That is what we are here to do. And anybody who is afraid of me, I am here to advocate to you. Your free speech is yours. Say anything you want, come me, I go come to court and defend you for free. The word is love.
Just like in the holidays, jump off the pagan head and let it roll away. Listen to what I got to say. Praise the king every day. Go back, we go mash them down and loose. All them are rinse and a brown stone, them blacks will have to eat.
Don't take it lightly, you know. Because right now, this is the most important candidate to Isaac Buchanan next to Isaac Buchanan. The Queen of the West, look at her.
Just like in the holidays, jump off the pagan head and let it roll away. Listen to what I got to say. Praise the king every day. Go back, we go mash them down and loose. All them are rinse and a brown stone, them blacks will have to move. Come, we go mash them down and loose. Deal with them rats because I prove them from my probe. You hear the sound, so?
Comrades. Talk about bringing the heat. When Comrade Doreen Campbell spoke, she expressed gratitude to Comrade Isaac for this forum. And I'm going to do the same.
Nice forum with the
I spoke to
internet
our
too.
next speaker. I was
So I'm going to
co-hosting
try to
with
edit this video
Anthony Abrams on the
tomorrow or
Breakfast Club.
sometime.
He had been accused
I'd have some
of
lot
meddling in the politics of
black
Jamaica.
hole in it.
And he refuted, rebuked it, and said he is as Jamaican as any Jamaican is, because he's a Caribbean man. Let us put our hands together and welcome Comrade Ralph Gonzalez.
Comrade Chairman, the President of the People's National Party,
Ralph Gonzalez.
my friend and brother and comrade, Isaac Buchanan, and all our friends and comrades and warriors present here. came to Jamaica yesterday for one principal purpose, to speak at the University of the West Indies to students on the issue of leadership. I sat, of course, whom I got to know personally last year, asked me if I can stay on and attend this event. And of course, I agreed to be at this forum. I came to Jamaica 59 years ago. I know Jamaica more than 80% of the people here listening to me, because I've been here before you. I don't know how many of you landed at Palisados in September 1966 before that. I don't know how many of you. Damian, you never land Palisados before me. And I was a student at the University of the West Indies for 5 years, from 1966 to 1971, where I did a first degree and a graduate degree. And I went away and did a PhD and returned in 1974 and taught at the University of the West Indies for 2 years here in Jamaica, and then was transferred to Barbados to teach at Cave Hill. And in 1979, I took a sabbatical and returned to St. Vincent and the Grenadines to assist the progressive forces who are engaged in the struggle for independence. And after we achieved independence, the government in Barbados declared me persona non grata, that I couldn't return to Barbados. I had a woman and a child, Jamaican woman. And I decided, well, if that is so, I will continue my political activism. And there are many countries in the region in 1979 which prevented me from entering. I was born a rebel. I was born with a rebel seed. I was a young rebel. I am today an old rebel. Wiser, more experience, and know how to do things fairly well. There are a lot of things to rebel against, a lot of things to do better. Poverty, poor health, unemployment, insecurity, crime. And you may be asking, well, why is it that this old man continues? I'm 78 years of age. And I do not intend to leave behind any unfinished task. I have been Prime Minister end of this year, when we go to the polls again, I would have served almost 25 years as the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The People's National Party and the Unity Labour Party and its predecessor, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Labour Party, have had party-to-party links going way back since the federal days. Were part of the West Indies Federal Labour Party. And of course, as a student in Jamaica, I was very much involved in political activities, and I knew Michael very well, and we corresponded. He was my friend. He was my comrade. He was my mentor. Now,
very touching.
I became president of the Guild of Students in 1968. And as a consequence of my role as a student leader, when the then government, headed by a good person, Hugh Lawson Shearer, was Prime Minister, the government decided to ban Walter Rodney on October the 15th. He had attended a Black Writers Conference in Montreal, Canada, and on his return, he was prevented from re-entering Jamaica. Had his wife here with a child, and his wife was pregnant. And when I heard about it the evening, I mobilized the students on and off the campus. And the next day, we marched in our thousands and were joined by thousands of Jamaicans of all walks of life to protest. We were beaten and tear gassed. You can read about it. I've written about it. There's a monograph I've written. It's on Amazon. You can buy it, or you can find it in the library anywhere at the university here. And the campus was under siege for 2 weeks. When I say under siege with guns. And then we returned to classes. And shortly after we returned to classes, Sir Philip Sherlock, then Vice Chancellor, great man, told me that the Jamaican government said that I was a security risk and that I had to be deported. And he made arrangements for me to complete my university education at the University of the West Indies in Trinidad. I went to the Faculty of Social Sciences where I was enrolled. Bruce Gorgan, my friend, was in that class. And I told Bruce, he said, no, they're making a big mistake. So he went to the office of the Secretary of the Economics Department and telephoned Eddie Siaga, who was then Minister of Finance and at Vale Royal. And Siaga invited Bruce, myself, and another Jamaican to come to dinner that evening. When I went to dinner that evening, Hugh Shearer called, and I spoke with him. And he said that they will reverse the order. So my friend Bruce Gorgan saved me from being deported from Jamaica. Sometimes when we got into conflict with one another in CARICOM, University in 1966. It had only been 5 years since Jamaica had voted to leave the federation in a referendum. And when I came, the students from down in the Eastern Caribbean told me how Jamaicans don't like people from the Eastern Caribbean. The ghost of the federal past was still hovering like a nightmare. But I never like to take what people tell me. I like to find out for myself. And I began to travel all over Jamaica. I used to go on weekends, go up to Papine. The two buses which used to leave Papine to go downtown into Kingston. One was number 7. You remember the big Jolly Joe bus? Number 7 would take you past halfway through, go down to 3 Mile. And the number 6 could take you to Crossroad and go downtown, and you could stop Crossroad. And you can take the bus and you can come through Yalas, Port Moran, coming right down to Port Antonio. And I used to put a change of clothes in my bag and my swim trunks. And I will go with no money in my pocket other than my bus fare. And every single
nice history.
Friday night and Saturday night, including in Port
Give a
Antonio,
good Jamaican history, man.
they had a dance, a fete.
Okay.
And I will
Going
go
guys around, you know.
on every occasion.
It's I guess spooky.
Somebody will take me home. I was taken home in Port Antonio too. I know what's going through your head, but rebuke that thought. And I discovered that the Jamaican people, full of love. And I had to tell my brethren and sisters from the Eastern Caribbean, y'all not reaching out. You have something in your head and you let that torment you. And I went with some other students in January of 1967, organized with the Cosmos of Westmoreland. I was in Jamaica only 3 months. And I went down there with about 20 other students. And we spent nearly 3 weeks. And I did laboring work, helping to build a day nursery down in Savlamar. It is when I went down there that there was a lady from Westmoreland, was also a student. I really didn't know her before. And I saw that maybe she was more interested than bringing water for me. And as the Holy Scriptures say, some begatting took place. And the young man who came forth is currently the Minister of Finance in my government, my son. Camilo. I give you the shortened version of my involvement. I give you the King James version. Rastaman, I ain't get the Maccabees. If I get the Maccabees, we're going to stay here all night. Now, I read about this Buchanan fella. How he was so persistent with Vibes Cartel. told me that Isaac Buchanan is on the phone. So I said, put him through. He said, Prime Minister, I am Isaac Buchanan, a lawyer from Jamaica. I had to put him at ease. He was very formal. I said, tell me something. You are related to the Redskin Buchanan them in St. Elizabeth who does support the PNP? He tell me yes. I said, go on, talk. Tell me what it's about. And he told me about the illness of Vibes Cartel. And that he had heard that we had a special facility in my country and that we had specialists in endocrinology dealing with hypo and hypothyroidism and internal medicine. I told him, yes, we have some Cuban and Indian experts. And if he wanted to come, it's fine with me. I will have him facilitated to get treatment. And I told him, I say, and you'd remember this. And I told Vibes the same thing, told Cartel the same thing. I said in the book of the prophet Micah, the question was posed and answered. What does the Lord require of us? To do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with our God. I said, the act which I'm doing for Cartel is an act of mercy. Because all of us, we are on the dangerous road to Jericho. And we don't know who is going to be robbed on the highway. Who's going to need his or her wounds to be bunged? Because remember, the priest passed by. The Levites walked by. The Levite is a public servant, Well, the lawyer passed by. I wasn't surprised at that. Except the lawyer named Isaac. Except the lawyer named Isaac. But along came the good Samaritan. There are a lot of men who preach things even inside of the church and don't preach it right, That is why Bob Marley said.
That's saying Andrew Wallace, well, not just Andrew Wallace, but him are the main one. But the whole Labour Party associate are the minion them. Hear all them rascal, my man attack them things. It ever burn them. Bad. I know just burn them. It's gonna give PNP an next lick in the poll again. Yeah, because the man attack honesty. And what talk where I come from. You know about Jamaica. Between 7 bus, 6 bus. So my old school. My 70 years, so you know my Manley was friend. And I'm not really one sided, him not really, my Bruce was friend as well. But when I try to say, well, then Bruce made the wrong choice. Yeah. But brother, the things were very interesting. That's why I'm going to edit this video and get it properly done because I let a black spot in it, So yeah, the man know a lot about Jamaica. The man's a Gideon. You can see there's no corruption there. Let's play it.
I feel like bombing a church because the preacher, I found him that he was lying. So some lied, but you have many good preachers, most of them good. No.
Well, the thing is this, And next year again, add upon that what me just say. Yeah, man, remember, Prime Minister for 25 years. You must know somebody something good. That's number one. Yeah. So that's some whole thing. When I say, well, then,
He said
I
Cartel
will
is
right
here
now go like this.
and he wanted to
Mm-mm.
talk to you. And he came on and he said, Vincy Wall Boss, the Jamaican Wall Boss talking to you. I said, tell me. He spoke and he came. I know a lot of persons were surprised across the Caribbean. I got calls. Oh, you can do this. Well, I just explained to you about the book of Micah. But Vibes then decided to tell me something that I knew that the Holy Spirit had guided me correctly. He said, Prime Minister, I have a child with a woman whose mother is from St. Vincent. I said, what is the woman's family name? He tell me Cabral. I said, what is she first name? She told me. I said, that woman is my family. You hear me? And then I got confirmation by that the good Lord works in mysterious ways, his wonders to perform. Now, you can't use his defense of cartel to beat him with a stick. And anybody who does that would be wrong. I don't think that anybody is doing so, but persons may be tempted to do so, and that would be wrong. Tonight, I listened. Well, let me finish this part of the story with cartel. He came to St. Vincent, and the young entertainers said they wanted to meet him. So I organized a session. And the first thing that Vibes Cartel told them, is there on YouTube, you can see it. He said, I don't know about jail in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but Jamaica jail is nice, and I spent 12 years. He said, I don't know any jail which is nice. So I want to tell all you young men and women, stay on the right side of the law. Do not get involved in any trouble. And stay away from jail. Well, a lot of those young persons, many persons, including priests and teachers and politicians, can't reach them. But he was able to reach them. And I thank him for that. You know, there was a man once. You can look him up, you can Google him. His name is John Newton. John Newton was the captain of a slave ship. And John Newton began a process of change, having had a conversation with an old man in a place called Sandy Point in St. Kitts, who told him that what he was doing was wrong. And he reflected on this conversation. Not too long afterwards, John Newton stopped this wicked act of transporting enslaved African bodies. He became an Anglican minister. And he penned one of the most powerful hymns ever in Christianity. And it's sung every day in our churches. Amazing grace. How sweet the song that saved a wretch like me. I once was blind. Brother Brewster, you're a preacher. And now I see. He emphasized that grace has saved him thus far. And grace will lead him home. The entire Hebrew Bible, the Old Testament, and the New Testament, including the books of Maccabees and all those which were left out in the King James Version in 1611. All of them is preaching redemption. One of the most powerful songs that Bob Marley ever recorded was Redemption Song. You know, I heard my brother spoke about second chances. I'm not dealing with second chances. I'm dealing with redemption. Last night, a student asked me a question. Prime Minister, you have spoken a lot about leadership. Tell me in one word, what is the most important quality for a leader? And the vice principal of the university was sitting next to me. Said, Prime Minister, that's a difficult one. I said, no, actually, it's easy. And I went to the microphone and told her the most important quality for a leader is love. If you don't love people, you can't lead them. And love is a never fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. When you love, volcano can't shake it, beryl can't shake it, tsunami can't shake it. I know nowadays a lot of people prefer another four-letter word. I wouldn't go there, but love, L-O-V-E, the most important quality. And a leader must have energy and will, vision and skill, plus an X factor. What is the X factor? It comes from love, you know. And what is this? A lot of leaders say important thing for them to do is to inspire. Inspire means to put in. And that's important. To put in goodness, high quality and nobility in persons whom you are leading. And relatively speaking, that is easy. The more important thing, the more difficult thing is not to put in, but to take out from the persons whom you are leading. Their goodness, their high quality, and their nobility. And often to take out their high quality, nobility, and to take it out often when they themselves do not yet know that they possess such high quality or nobility or goodness. Every single person here, every human being has in him or her goodness, high quality, and nobility. The question is how to take it out. Damien, and you can't take it out unless you have love. It's not easy. It's difficult because sometimes people don't even want you to help to take it out. But you have to help to take it out, nevertheless, because you love. Now, I am not getting involved here tonight with Jamaican politics. Let me just make that point. It's not I can't tell you to vote for ISAT. And I wouldn't tell you that. I could tell you though, that I've gotten to know him since that initial contact. And I consider him to be a good and worthy individual. I am not implying that anybody against whom he's contesting is unworthy. No, I'm not saying that. All I can say, and I can affirm, that he is a good and a worthy individual. And given his life experiences, to come to you and offer himself. Whether you vote for him, that is your business. And I'm looking on with great interest to see what will happen. By the way, don't feel that anybody could be offended with me being here. Because right now, in my country, a member of the Jamaica Labour Party who is a parliamentarian in a seat, a lady, I presume that she's a wonderful woman, from Manchester. She's in St. Vincent with the opposition party women organizing something, and all praise and glory to them. But we will meet sometime later this year for the 6th consecutive term. So I don't worry about those things. No. I was very impressed with all the speeches here tonight. I repeat that. And I was impressed because of the focus on two things. I closed my eyes and I was listening. Isaac thought the old man wasn't feeling well. You say, "You all right, comrade?" I said, I fine. And I heard the focus on interests of people and rights of people. Two important areas for any consideration by anybody in a democracy. Your interests, your material interests, those interests which touch and concern your life, living, and production. rights as a human being. I heard that coming through, and I was very impressed with all what I've heard. I can tell you, talking about this matter with vibes because it touches on health. I support very strongly any health program which speaks to the decentralization of health, especially its diagnostic services. St. Vincent is a country of just 150 square miles. How many square miles Portland is? I don't think it's a lot different. In addition to the principal hospital in Kingston, the Milton Cater Memorial Hospital, I'm currently building $100 million US acute care hospital just outside of Kingston, the capital city. It's going to be one of the top hospitals anywhere in the Eastern Caribbean. But I also have rural hospitals, and I have polyclinics. And it's not one place we can go to for X-ray or ultrasound or CT scan, including rural places with X-ray and ultrasound. And in my constituency of North Central Windward, which is on the east of the island, the northeast, we have built a complex. We have a playing field. We have a 24-hour clinic, smart clinic, with all primary healthcare services. Resident doctors, dentists, social worker. Well, I'm dealing there now with the clinic first. Then I have a smart hospital. This is a rural area now. And then I have a modern diagnostic, medical and diagnostic center. I have all the diagnostic tools there, including MRI. You come there, you can do an endoscopy for $12 US. You can do a colonoscopy for $12 US. People live in Barbados and come there to do them. You hear what I'm telling you? I have an operating theater. It's the headquarters for oncology in the country. We do chemotherapy there, we make the drugs there. We have a number of specialists in all the areas. That entire compound, with the playing field and those places which I just described, all told, it costs us over 75 million US dollars. It covers, intended to cover, a population of 40,000 persons, including the principal area of the indigenous people. And in addition, at that place, we provide free hemodialysis. I have 60 patients there doing hemodialysis. They cost just under 2 million US to keep them alive. I will not allow the poor and the working people to die because they cannot have dialysis. No. I hear people say, but things not possible. That modern medical and diagnostic center, 1:40 morning, about 3, 4 o'clock, Fidel and myself were shooting the breeze in Havana. We're all talking. And he said,
Yes, I am saying this is a Roslan put Jamaica Labour Party to shame. Because boy, when them hear this, a little country, I tell you, me say them well equipped in the health service region, The man say all of the rural area have scan machine and all these equipment. Well now, sir, this is really serious. The man, Jamaica can, and this blood clot Labour Party, well, Andrew Will is a go around a boast and a talk about Rota and Lele. You know what this man saying in a film country? Some can't allow the people to die. And look at them well equipped in the health service region, or in the health service space, I should say. And we build, in same a build 700 million new hospital, right, as him speak. So Andrew Wallace don't know they when him hear this man, this is a really Mark going up just improve on that speech when him start the speech, yeah. Because him warm it up, Yeah, because a lot of health facility that, tell the country, look on Jamaica and Cornell Region Hospital refurbished from what, 7 years now. Start at what? It was over 2 billion plus. And now it got to 26 million, 26 billion dollar. 26, with a B, billion dollar. And people still asleep on cardboard. And let me tell you something, Then people have to go to jail, But well, this kind of move the PNP, Mark well enough to really just come and add on this and use this as a main thing because boy, now sir.
I want to help you with a diagnostic center. I told him, yes, but not like when I'm small one where you build with Chavez. I want a special one. And they designed it, of course. We put our resources to build it. And we have many Cuban specialists there, different areas. Actually, you need to come and see it. Come and see it. Come and see it. Come and see it. Come and look for it. Come and see it. Come and see it, and you would see what it is. And the opposition in St. Vincent said I shouldn't build it there for 2 reasons. One, they said that the Sufre volcano is not too far away, and if it blows, it will mash it up. Well, the Sufre blew in 2021. It did some damage, and I repair it. I got my house bush, man.
Hmm.
I alone live up there in a bush. I live up there like a Rasta man, but with internet. Rasta man need internet, you know. I have to connect with the world. The second reason they say, it's too far from town. You see a particular mentality? We have to decentralize our medical services. I'm talking about St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm not talking about Jamaica. I don't know what you're doing, but that's your business. I'm talking about St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You know, in a period of 10 years, I
And
built
I mash up the Labour
in
Party.
St.
Bad,
Vincent.
bad, bad. I'm not talking argument with a
I tell
really
you, when I say I built,
intelligent way, you know. You're not
me,
trying to touch for nobody can, that's a talk.
just be modest on this
But
one.
he call it diplomatical reasoning, you know? Yeah. My touch him can, you know.
Everybody thought
But if I do it in a way, well, then,
that to build an international airport, I built an
the
international
man I
airport
really
on
was
St. Vincent,
state man, you know.
and I built a jet airport on Canavan.
Love it to him can.
The only
But I'm not
government in the
calling for.
Caribbean which built an international airport and a jet airport within a 10-year period of each other. One complete in 2007, the other one complete in 2017. And I'm coming to where people say that things are impossible. Damien Binde, he came on campaign with his partner Carlos James, the Minister of Tourism. Coincidentally, just gotten the prize for the Tourism Minister of the Year in the world. You saw that? Anyway, there's one place, properly speaking, we could have built an international airport. There's a place called Argyle. The problem is this too, is that it had 2 mountains and 2 hills. So I had to bring them low. I had 4 valleys to fill. I had a river and a stream to span. I had 140 middle and upper middle income houses to move and cause them to be built elsewhere. I had to move a church and a cemetery. I had to move a small hotel and 2 guest houses. And I had to do my work so that I don't destroy petroglyphs, writings, some which we knew were there and others which we discovered by the indigenous people. And to protect the writings of the indigenous people. It held me up a while. And when other persons telling me, man, move the thing, them, if you can't fix that up properly, I say, I will not build an international airport and let people call me a Philistine, that I destroyed the writings of the indigenous people. That's part of our patrimony. When I said we were going to build it, they said I was crazy. They even said they will make appointments with Dr. Debnat, who is the chief psychiatrist at the mental hospital. This madman has to be made an appointment. I went to the traditional sources. I went to the Caribbean Development Bank. No. I went to the European Union. No. The European Investment Bank. No. The agencies of the United States, Canada, Britain. No. I went to the World Bank. No. But I'm going to build it. read the book of Chronicles. And I know when David set about to prepare the materials to build the ark to house, the temple to house the ark of the covenant, he had criticism. And after he gathered everything and all the plans, God tell him, well, you can't build it because you're a man of war. You got to leave it to Solomon, your son. But I'm not a man of war. So I could do the plan and I could build it. Just like how people criticize David and Solomon for building the temple to house the Ark of the Covenant. They did that to me. You know. The Canadian ambassador, High Commissioner in Barbados and St. Vincent, came to me after when we're nearing completion, when she was going back. She said they used to meet every month and say, they used to mock me. They say I was like the man from La Mancha, you know, in Cervantes' novel. Don Quixote, tilting at windmills. And she came to apologize. God give us a brain. And there are hidden resources. I call them hidden rationalities. These are material and human resources which are submerged, which are ill-utilized, badly managed. And these hidden rationalities, which constitute the core of the genius of our peoples, you can pull those out. And we set about that. And then, just like how David and Solomon had gone to friends nearby, for instance, to get the cedar of Lebanon, because he didn't have any cedar. So I put a group where they're not even talking to one another. I had Cuba, Venezuela, Trinidad and Tobago, Taiwan. None of them have relations with Taiwan. Mexico, Georgia, under President Saakashvili, Turkey, under Erdogan, Libya, under Gaddafi, Iran, under Ahmadinejad. Did I call Austria? And Austria. And of course, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I went to Iran. The Americans came to see me. So I asked them, I said to them, Iran is a country of 80 million people. You cannot isolate an ancient civilization. Iran, I told them, I asked the gentleman who came from the State Department, I said, would you please show me in the Hebrew Bible or the New Testament, show me where America is. Yeah, he said you don't understand the question. Because America is not in either of them, either in the Old Testament or the New Testament. I said, go to the book of Daniel and you'll find Persia. And the Persian king, who was not a believer in the God of Abraham, got a man, Daniel, who was a believer in the God of Abraham, to be the chief administrator. We had a long religious and intellectual discussion on the left. And when I'm finished building it, I went to America, I went to Canada, and I went to Britain to use their external agencies. The executive, for instance, to borrow money to do the tower and to the airport and to Nebraska with money from America with a low rate of interest. I pay them back. I built that airport, finish it in 2017. The value of it when we finish it was over $4 million US. But we spent about close to 300 million because we got some stuff in kind. Over 400 million. It would be the value, but we spent approximately close to 300 million US dollars. Right now, we owe less than 60 million US dollars, and I opened that airport in 2017. And because of that airport, the best sandals in the Caribbean is in St. Vincent. You hear me? So when they tell you about things impossible, I said, don't bother. There was an area of 2 football fields wide where there was a trickle of a stream. But when rain in the mountain comes down and wash away everything that passed, you could only drive on the flow of the river to go across. That is what divided the bulk of the indigenous people from the rest. They say it was impossible to build a bridge there. I build a bridge there. We build a bridge there. And that has transformed the lives of the indigenous people north of the Dry River. So don't let anybody tell you about things impossible. I don't accept when you tell me it's impossible. You're only pushing me to find a creative solution. And too many times, we leave things there because we say it can't be done. We have to have more faith in our people, more faith in the genius of our people. Faith is an important word. Love and hope, they have to be conjoined with faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of that which we have not seen. And we have to have faith. But we must know that you just can't sit down and just pray and have faith. You have to work. Because faith without works is dead. And when you're working, now everything can be done one time. Now everything could be done one time. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. But I never know anybody who ever climbed Suffolk Mountain or Blue Mountain in a straight line. You have to take zigs. You have to take zags. But when you're taking the zigs and the zags, you make sure that you're ending up in a dead end, that you're going to the mountaintop. And that bond has to be established between the people and their leadership. Over the years, of my 24 years, sometimes the people faulted, Sometimes it's my fault why they faulted. And sometimes it's their fault in not having enough buy-in on the vision. None of us is perfect. No, we have had
Okay. Yeah,
Yes, mama. So, huh? That's other thing. So, Jamaica say, they already have a fight to make sure they reach up holidays. They have to make sure Jamaica and they